Hey guys, Captain Fatty here. Now today I'm just doing a free training video on basically how to make videos, how to edit videos, what equipment I use in my business. I've had a lot of questions from students over the past few months of actually how do I do this. Personally thinking I am not a professional at video marketing. If anyone's following me, they know it's not the route I take, and it's the reason why I've never actually put out a product on it. So I definitely think this video is going to help a lot of people anyway, but again, it's free training and there's absolutely nothing to sell. So I'm going to talk about basically a few things. A lot of people say to me, how do I make a JV video when I don't have a big office or I don't have any good surroundings or whatever? Guys, this is a very, very small room, which I'll actually show you in a minute on my iPhone. And it did not cost a fortune to set up this. What I have here is a whiteboard behind me. Generally speaking, the whiteboard, it should be bigger. This is only about $60 with some pens. It should be bigger. I should have bought one for maybe $120. I don't have a green screen. Next year I'm definitely going to invest in a green screen. It's only about $300, but I have a white wall here in the background, and I've just got this on 2 screws. So I can actually take down this, and I'll actually do it during this video, and then I can make a background effect. I could actually put another video in the background just with this setup, which I've actually done for a launch before, so it does work. First I want to cover just a few mistakes I've seen. One of the mistakes I've seen a lot actually in JV videos is people using a green marker. Now if you notice that, guys, you can probably not even see that. People using a green marker or people using a blue marker on a whiteboard. It's a big no-no. Green and blue marker, don't do it. Red and black work perfect for your videos. So they're the only colours you should actually use, but green and blue, always avoid. Next thing would be lighting. You will see that this actually room, I've got 2 shutters. I'll just grab my phone and actually start recording this. You will see here, this is the camera we're looking at, and we have 2 doors out here. If I open up the shutters, it lets in an awful lot of natural light, and then it just ruins this effect. If you have a problem, close the curtains and get yourself a beam light. You can see here, it's on a tripod and a light like that, and it cost me around $250. In theory, for videos, I should have a light over here, a light here, and a light in front of me, but I'm actually working perfect with this. So that you can see the light, you can see the camera is on a tripod, and what else have we got here? Basically, over here is my computer, and you can see, guys, it's actually just a very, very small room. And we're able to do everything I want with my videos in here. So I'll just stop this, and I just want to show you some of the things I'm using and some of the things I purchased. I'll just turn the camera and turn the light a little. So a lot of people, I have purchased hundreds if not thousands of dollars worth of video marketing training. I've also went along and invested in equipment. A lot of people would say that the camera microphone is not good enough. They would say the camera microphone's not good enough, and they would recommend go out and buy a wireless mic. I thought that was a good idea, and I actually spent $300 on this Canon microphone. And the sound quality wasn't that good, and it's very, very bulky. So I've only used it once and I wasn't happy. So you could say that was a kind of a waste of money. I'm actually using the camera microphone, and it is good enough. If you want it, you can go and buy a clip mic for about $30 if you want to improve it that way. Also, I have a Canon camera. Now, this cost me about $600 maybe a year and a half ago. By far the best investment I have made. I've used the camera in every single one of my launches on the sales page or the JV page, and you're actually putting across a little bit better quality than a phone. I know people say there's products out there and you can make good videos with a phone, which I do believe, but if you want to go better, because the reason the professionals are using a camera is because it's actually better. So those are the things, guys, of what I needed. Basically a light, a camera, a whiteboard, and a white wall. Now, I did say I'm actually going to take down this white wall and show you how it works. So I'll just take down this quickly. And what I'll do is I'll just stand behind a white wall And during while we're editing the video, I'll show you how you can actually put in a backdrop into it and change the colours. So we'll just unscrew that and let it down. So basically, I'll just move this. If I'm doing a JV video or a sales video, I would stand in front of the camera and you can see the focus actually gets a little bit wider. And I would start recording the video from here. So as I said, we're going to remove this white background while we're editing it and just show you that thing as well. We're also going to go through how I make PowerPoint videos and how I record my screen. So guys, we're just going to move to the computer now and continue. Okay guys, now in this part of the training I'm just going to look at PowerPoint. Everybody uses PowerPoint, or you can use Google Docs as a PowerPoint feature there that works as well. One of the most important rules, again, I see people make the mistake of not sizing, having the aspect ratio right of it, and then they've got this black borders around the side. So one of the first things I do is I go to, I go to design and I go to page setup. And I change it from 40.43 to 16.9. And if we watch what happens, we get this kind of basically a widescreen effect. So when we're rendering the movie, this is what it'll look. We won't have those white borders. So I'm not going to go through actually, using this software. Obviously you can edit it any way you want. But the most important part, of course, is the recording. So I would just go to add-ins. And this, you can actually download this free from Microsoft Office, and you just click record. Now what happens then is I'm already using Cam Studio, so I can't use it again. But if I click record, this will appear in full screen. The slideshow will appear in full screen and it'll automatically record the screen. So from there, I just basically talk through it. I can actually show the slideshow now. So I'll just give you an example. I will click from beginning and you can see we're now in full screen. Every time I want to change the slide, what I would do is I would press spacebar, or I would press left or right. If you have a noisy keyboard, I would just kind of stop talking and then press the keyboard and then start talking again. So when you're editing the video, you can just go in and remove all them little space. Every time you hit the keyboard, it makes a noise. You can go in and remove that. So that's just one way to do that. So that's it for PowerPoint. Another part I want to cover in this, basically, I'm recording this full screen because I want you guys to actually see everything that's going on. But if you want to record videos correctly, you should have the screen size the same size as the video. Now I'm going to explain that in editing. So I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to go into editing to explain that. Okay, now I've just imported that video into Cam Studio, and this is the one we just recorded, and what you're going to see, guys, here is the black borders along the side. So what I'm going to do here, and what I do in certain cases, is I'm actually stretching the video. Now if you're working with graphics or you're working with a stylish font, you can obviously see that will affect the quality. So that's why it's recommended not to do it. What you should be doing is it's kind of difficult to explain here, but when you're recording the video, you can't see it now, but before you press record, you'll have an option here and you will say record the whole screen or record the size you want, which the normal default size is 1280 by 720. So what that would do, it would draw a green box around the screen. So for example, if I was doing Facebook, I would make my box the same size. I would make my Google browser the exact same size of what it's recording. And you will avoid the background and the sides, the black backgrounds. So, okay guys, that's PowerPoint and basically slides. We're going to go through the next part of the video. We're going to talk about actually editing all this. Okay guys, and this is the last part of the video training. In this part, I'm actually going to show you how to edit this and how to use Cam Studio. There is other editors out there, some free, some are not, but I'm sure they're all more or less the same rules. It is a good investment. So what I want to do anyway is, what I've done is I put in video here, which you would have seen. And that is very, very easy, guys. If you have all your video clips here, I'll just drag another one here for this example, and then I can just resize it. So in this case, you can see we've actually got 3 videos playing. So you will see I recorded one of these on my iPhone, or sorry, on my smartphone, and you've got 2 sound volumes here. So the first thing you say, oh, how do I remove the volume of the second video? So just click edit audio and just drag the volume down. It's actually that simple. So that's that part. I actually do a lot of clip editing. You know, sometimes you would make a mistake and you have to go back and forward. What I found is if you use the sound frequencies and the levels here, you can use that. Let's take, for example, I said no by a mistake and I wanted to say something else. I can just click play. So if I wanted to remove that a little bit there, you know, I can just zoom in as much as possible so I can clearly see where the tone of the voice ends. Right click and cut. So that'll just remove it. So in general, like a lot of videos, if I was to record one and everything was going well, you could have 1 or 2 edits maybe at the end or at the start. But a lot of times if I was to record a long sales video, and especially if I wasn't standing in front of the camera, it would give me a lot more time to edit it. For example, a PowerPoint presentation, if you read the line incorrectly, you would just simply read the line again and just go in and remove the bad line. So that is that part of it. The next part I want to show you guys is, I'm not sure how it's going to work actually. I've never done it like this before. I've got video in video and I've got screen share. But what I want to do is I want to come in and actually add the background effect here that I mentioned. So let's just have a look at this. We can see where it starts when I took down the board and I stood in front of the camera. So we'll actually just start here and we'll end it up here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split all. I'm going to split this, so I'm only working with this part here. I am going to go into, now I've actually noticed a little mistake here. You can see the shadow in the background because the camera is not completely in front of me, and that's why we got the shadow. Also, I'm a little bit close to the wall, but we're going to try and remove that the best we can. So one thing we can notice is we can move the video around, we can zoom, make the video smaller, or we can make the video bigger. All I'm using is my mouse wheel, but obviously you can use it this way as well. So what I want to do is I'm just going to resize the video to get as much of the sides out as possible. You can see here's the light in my office. We're just going to remove that out of it. Okay, and I've got the door here again, so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Now I have a lot going on with shadows in this video, so it might be difficult. So let's just see, we just go to more and we go to visual properties, click remove a color, and I'm going to try and pick select color, this color here. You can see what happens. So by adjusting these settings, guys, you can come along and edit your video. Now that is, I'm just going to reset that again and we'll try and pick basically a better color. Color picker, and this is where if you had a green screen you will see the difference. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna do it as much as possible. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in a background effect. So we just go to a library, and obviously you can put in anything you want. You can upload images or whatever, but actually Cam Studio comes with a few things. So I want to put in animated tile. We'll just put this in and see how it looks. Okay, and there's text there as well. So let's just have a look at that. We can drag that. The animated tile, where is it gone? And drag that down here and just move it across. Now again, that comes with text, so if we just plus, we can go in and edit the text. Just remove it in this case. And again, like, it's similar to Photoshop. If you want, you'd obviously want the video on top, so we'll just rotate these. So guys, you can see it here. I have the problem with the background, but I'm actually, if we play this JV video or a sales video, I would stand in front of the camera. You can see it. It is actually, it's an okay effect, and there's definitely room for improvement. So we'll just go back and just look at that again. So more, visual properties, color effect. And we'll just try and remove that color. No. You can see here, I can go in, but the more I go in, you can see my face. So guys, this is just, it takes a little bit of time to play around with it. I could have put more effort into finding the correct color to remove. But all in all, even at that there, it does not look too bad. Obviously, you can add in different effects. One thing, if I was to add in a grey background effect that was similar to this colour here, it would kind of blend in a lot better. But I'm not going to spend lots of time on this in this training video. But anyway, I hope you can see how it's done. And that's pretty much it for the training, guys. I just said I'd get this out. If you've any questions, post into the group. Or if anyone who's more of an expert on me on internet marketing and video training, please feel free to comment and basically provide value as well. So enjoy and have a great day.